Imagine you are sitting at dinner with a friend, right? And they take a bite of something amazing.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
But instead of saying, wow, this is great, they just start involuntarily humming, like a broken radio.
Oh, wow. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. They keep chewing, lips totally closed, just emitting this relentless, low, rumbling
That'd be
noise.
so weird.
Right. And then if the next dish comes out and it's bad, they just go completely uncomfortably silent.
So just staring straight ahead.
Staring straight ahead, chewing in the dead quiet. I mean, it sounds like a literal medical emergency, but it is actually the daily routine of wild gorillas.
They leave like real-time vocal reviews of their food.
Yes, with their mouths completely full. So welcome to our deep dive into the research we are calling the Silverback Symphony.
It's such a great title.
Our mission today is to, unpack this totally mind-blowing animal behavior and translate the secret musical language of wild gorillas.
Because, for decades, scientists actually thought this was basically just a myth.
Wait, really? A myth?
Yeah, totally. It was just this persistent jungle gossip, basically. Zookeepers would whisper about it backstage, saying, like, a gorilla would make these happy, rumbly noises when handed a favorite snack.
Like a dog wagging its tail or something.
Exactly. And scientists already knew that other great apes, like chimps and bonobos, made little grunts when they found food.
Yeah.
But wild gorillas were a total mystery.
Because captivity changes things, right?
Right. You absolutely cannot assume a wild gorilla acts the exact same way as one in an enclosure. Nobody had definitive proof from the wild.
Which, makes total sense when you really think about the logistics of it. You can't just walk up to a wild gorilla with a microphone and ask them to do a taste test on a leafy green.
No, definitely not.
You have to go to them. Which is exactly what researcher Eva Loof and her team did. They traveled deep into the Republic of Congo to find these habituated gorilla troops.
Habituated meaning they are just totally used to humans.
Yeah, exactly. To translate the science jargon for a second, habituated just means the gorillas are so incredibly used to seeing humans around that they basically treat you like a piece of furniture.
Like a weird hairless tree.
Yes, you are just background scenery to them.
And honestly, that background status is the only way this research even happens.
Why is that?
Because you are trying to capture incredibly subtle, very low-frequency sounds in a rainforest. And the rainforest is, it's one of the noisiest environments on the planet.
Right, you've got bugs, wind, everything.
Cicadas, birds, snapping branches. So to get clean audio of a gorilla just humming, the team had to sneak to within 7 meters of these wild animals while they were eating.
Okay, 7 meters. For everyone listening, that is roughly the distance from your couch to your kitchen.
It is uncomfortably close.
Uncomfortably close. I was joking earlier about how absurd this job is. Imagine sitting perfectly still, roughly one room away from a 400-pound wild animal.
Just like holding your breath.
Yeah. Holding your breath, pointing a directional mic at its face while it just eats a salad. It has to be the most patient job in all of science.
Oh, it requires an unbelievable level of physical endurance. You can't snap a twig. You can't even shift your weight.
Because if you do, the review is over.
Right. You're tracking these massive groups through thick brush, waiting for them to settle down, and then just planting yourself in the dirt.
Wow.
And the equipment is highly sensitive, so it has to separate the frequency of the vocal cords vibrating from the actual mechanical crunching sound of teeth grinding up leaves.
So, okay, they are sitting there 7 meters away, holding their breath. What exactly did they hear? Because I went into this assuming it was just, like, generic grunting.
Yeah, most people would. But they actually isolated 2 completely different types of vocalizations.
Okay, what's the first one?
The first is that steady, low, hum. It's a continuous vibrating tone. It originates deep in the chest and the nasal cavity.
So their mouths are shut.
Mouths are completely shut. It's a closed-mouth vocalization, so they can keep chewing while simultaneously generating this resonance.
Okay, but the second sound. This is the big reveal from the research that totally blew my mind.
The singing.
The singing. It is actual singing. Eva Lewis noted that these gorillas are spontaneously composing little food songs right on the spot.
They really are. It's wild.
They aren't repeating some, hardwired biological alarm call. They are freestyling. They never sing the exact same tune twice.
Which is incredibly rare to observe, by the way. Spontaneous composition in animals is just not something you see every day.
Really? Because usually animal sounds have a specific job.
Right. They serve a strict utilitarian purpose, like a bird has a specific mating call. A monkey has an alarm for a snake and a totally different alarm for an eagle.
It's practically a script.
Exactly. Hardwired and repetitive. But these gorillas, they're experiencing such a massive dopamine hit, such a biological reward from the food, that it triggers a totally unique melodic sequence.
It's totally improvised. I just marvel at that image. You have this massive, physically intimidating animal just sitting in the brush, completely alone in its own head, casually freestyling a private tune.
No backup singers, no mic, no audience.
None of that. And the lack of an audience is a huge detail, isn't it?
It's the key to understanding the whole behavior. Because if this were a performance, like a bird trying to show off for a mate, it would be loud.
Right, they'd be broadcasting it.
Exactly. But these songs are so quiet. Sometimes the researchers could barely pick them up from just 7 meters away.
So they aren't singing for anyone else.
No. It proves it's an involuntary emotional overflow. The food is so good, the music literally just leaks out of them.
Okay, so if it's an involuntary reaction, does every single meal get a song? Like if they eat a dry leaf, are they still humming?
Not at all. The menu entirely dictates the reaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the researchers meticulously logged what the gorillas ate. When they found juicy water plants or flowers or these specific rare seeds,
The good stuff.
the absolute jackpots of the jungle. When they ate those, they gave huge resonant hums and full-on singing.
Okay, and what about when they ate bugs?
Dead silence. Not even a chirp.
I love that so much. It honestly makes them feel like nature's most honest food bloggers.
They really are.
Right. Think about how humans review food. A really honest Yelp reviewer only posts when the meal genuinely surprises them. If they get a plate of bland, everyday bugs, they don't even bother leaving a comment.
The gorillas had the exact same editorial standard. But, there's one huge difference between human food bloggers and gorillas.
What's that?
Zero performative ego.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Think about our food culture. We take photos from the perfect angle, we argue in the comments, we chase likes and sponsorships.
We want the social credit of being the one who discovered the cool new restaurant.
Right, our reviews are totally biased. But the gorilla's review is entirely pure. There is no biological incentive to brag. Honestly, broadcasting that you found great food usually just creates competition.
So they aren't showing up.
No. It is just an honest, unfiltered biological reaction to a good meal.
Okay, that actually brings up a massive logistical question for me. If juicy seeds equal happy singing, and we know gorillas travel in these big family troops,
Yeah, usually around a dozen or so.
doesn't the jungle just sound like a massive, deafening choir at dinner time? If everyone is sitting around eating the good stuff, it should be so loud.
You would definitely assume that. But the data revealed a massive twist. It is almost exclusively the big, grown males doing the singing.
The silverbacks.
Yes, the silverback.
Just to clarify for anyone listening, they are called that because they get a patch of silver-gray fur on their backs when they mature. So only these massive guys are humming.
Almost entirely, yeah. The females and the younger gorillas will be sitting right next to the silverback, eating the exact same juicy water plants, getting the exact same dopamine hit.
But they are quiet.
Near total silence.
Wait, why? Is that like a respect thing? Like you don't talk over the boss at dinner?
It's actually a survival thing. It's rooted in acoustic ecology.
Okay, explain that.
Well, sound travels really far through the jungle understory. And smaller gorillas don't want to broadcast a signal that basically says, hey, I'm distracted and eating a tasty meal right here.
Because predators are listening.
Exactly. Leopards use those audio cues to hunt. So for the smaller troop members, the evolutionary cost of singing is just way too high. They've adapted to suppress that involuntary hum to stay alive.
But the silverback doesn't care.
The silverback is 400 pounds. He is the biggest thing in the room. No leopard is going to mess with him.
He is literally the loud dad at the dinner table.
That is the perfect analogy.
You know exactly what I mean. You go to a family dinner, and there's the patriarch just booming with laughter, totally unbothered by how loud he is.
While everyone else keeps it low-key.
Exactly. The gorillas are running on that exact same logic, except instead of avoiding social awkwardness, the smaller gorillas are just trying not to get eaten.
They suppress their joy to stay alive. The silverback has earned the evolutionary privilege of volume.
The privilege of volume. I really like that phrase. But there is a twist here. While I was prepping for this deep dive, I kept bumping into one question.
What's that?
If the silverback is only humming because he feels safe and the food is good, why doesn't he hum when he's just lounging around?
Right.
Why does this only happen specifically when food is involved? There has to be a hidden layer to it.
And there is. This is where the whole thing shifts from just a cute food review to absolute brilliance.
Hmm.
The hum is actually a secret code.
A code that translates to what?
It translates to, I am still eating, don't go anywhere.
Wait, really? It's like a schedule.
It is a totally flawless encoded schedule. You have to remember, the silverback dictates the whole day. When they forage, where they go.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're in dense brush, the family can't always see him.
They might be hidden behind massive ferns or whatever.
Right, so as long as he keeps up that low, steady hum, it acts as a do not disturb sign, as an auditory tether.
They just listen to this background track while they eat, just through the leaves.
Yes. But the very second he goes quiet, that is the dinner bell ringing.
Or I guess the meal is over, Bill.
Exactly. The hum stops, and everyone intuitively knows it is time to move. No fighting, no physical hurting.
That is flawlessly efficient. Think about human group chats, or just trying to get a family out the door after dinner.
Oh, it's total chaos.
Absolute chaos. People yelling, pointing at the clock. We use so many words. But this one guy uses one quiet, chill sound to replace a clock, a calendar, and a manager.
It really makes you rethink how we view animal intelligence. We look for human traits like complex grammar or loud commands. But here, the absence of a sound is just as powerful as the sound itself.
I kind of want to slow the pace down for a second because the visual of this is genuinely striking.
It really is.
I just want you, listening to this right now, to picture this highly specific scene. You are deep in the Congo. The light is fading through the massive trees. And you have this family of gorillas sitting together, chewing.
Just quietly existing in the brush.
Yeah. And underneath it all is that low, steady hum from the silverback. No words, no phones, no clocks. Just one single sound holding the entire family safely together.
And then the hum suddenly stops.
And without a single word exchanged, the whole family just rises as one and moves on into the forest.
It's beautiful. And honestly, it leaves you with something to mull over. Look at our own human lives.
So chaotic.
Constant, chaotic communication. Buzzing alarms? Loud text alerts, chaotic group chats, just to coordinate a simple dinner. It makes you wonder what we could learn from the elegant, perfectly understood, unspoken signals of a silverback's hum.
Strip away the noise to find the connection.
Exactly.
Well, you now possess the ultimate dinner table fact. So go text your friends about the freestyling gorillas of the Congo.
They're going to love it.
They will. And next time you eat something truly amazing, don't be afraid to let out a little hum. Leave a 5-star review with your mouth full.
Just maybe warn your friends first so they don't call an ambulance.
Very fair. Keep your volume in check unless you are the silverback of the table.